But let me get on with my show, because this is my show. I make the rules. So, Lindsey Graham, not to be confused with the cracker, of which I do not have any sort of other meanings to that term, but there are graham crackers. They do exist. I've eaten them. Comes out. There was a debate that he canceled because he's afraid to take a COVID test. And what instead they did was 2 separate interviews in his Senate race between himself and Jamie Harrison, I believe his name is. And people are asking Lindsey Graham, what about black people in South Carolina, right? How are they, like, what's going on there, right? This is what Lindsey Graham has to say.
I care about everybody. If you're a young African American, an immigrant, you can go anywhere in this state. You just need to be conservative, not liberal. I care about everybody. If you're a young African American, an immigrant, you can go anywhere in this state. You just need to be conservative, not liberal. I care about everybody. If you're a young African American, an immigrant, you can go anywhere in this state. You just need to be conservative, not liberal.
What does that mean? Let me listen to that again. I'm just like, what?
I care about everybody. If you're a young African American, an immigrant, you can go anywhere in this state. You just need to be conservative, not liberal.
So yeah, if you're a conservative, right, we'll bring you on board, because we've only got like 5 black people in the Republican Party. So we'll bring you on board. We'll give you a bunch of money, maybe give you a few book deals. But if you're liberal, fuck them. Fuck them. You can get shot in the streets. Who cares? Police can just arrest you willy-nilly and then just like let you go 3 days later after you've been infected with COVID-19 in a jail cell somewhere, in a holding cell. That's fine. Cops can just shoot you and kill you indiscriminately in the street. That's cool. Everything's good with that. As long as you're a liberal and not a conservative. All that stuff is fine. If you're a conservative, just tell the cops. Just tell them like, hey, yo, I'm conservative. I voted for Trump. Come on, cop. The cops surely, right, in this context, right, because there was a case recently, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit later, where someone posted good things about cops online, and then they got shot and killed by cops, because guess what? Cops don't care if you're a conservative. Cops don't care if you wrote a book about how Donald Trump is destroying the swamp or whatever. Cops don't care about any of that shit, right? Nobody cares. And the idea that Lindsey Graham is going to come out here and say that, oh yeah, we give everything to the blacks. We love the blacks. The blacks are great as long as they're conservative. As long as they do what we say, right? As long as they follow our orders, as long as they follow our commands, we love the blacks. We'll give them everything, right? We take good fucking care of our African American people in the state of South Carolina as long as they agree with us. What kind of fucking message is this? It's bizarre. It's bizarre. Especially when Lindsey Graham is running against a black man. It's weird. It's strange. This is some like really like, I know Lindsey Graham is terrible. I know this guy's a dumb motherfucker. I'm fully like, right? Like, I'm aware of that. But like, wow. Like, is this guy guy trying to pressure himself into an early retirement? What is going on here? It's super bizarre. It's so bizarre. But this is the absolute state of the South Carolina Senate race. We're looking at a situation where like the Democrats might take the Senate. Like, if you would have talked to me earlier this year, I would have been, I wouldn't know. But there's a lot of polls. Georgia, for example, it looks like Georgia might have 2 Republican Senate seats switching to Democrat, right? South Carolina has the Lindsey Graham race. North Carolina has the Tom Tillis race. And even though Cal Cunningham is a sexter, I'm still going to vote for the fucker because he's better than Tom Tillis, by the way, who has coronavirus, right? There's so many Senate races that are just like right on that point. Trump, as far as the national Republican strategy, is failing. He is doing the absolute worst thing possible if he wants to get reelected. He's now shitting all over stimulus talks. An absolute disaster. And you have all these Senate Republicans who are nothing without Donald Trump. They are nothing without Donald Trump. They are just riding on the Trump coattails at this point because that's all they got left. That's all they got left. And you can see Lindsey Graham here. Just, he's got nothing. The guy's all dried up. He's like a raisin. He's done. Just throw him in the trash. He's not even a good raisin. He's one of those raisins that like isn't even good. Like you kind of chew on it and it's like, ugh, and then you spit it out. Like that's what Lindsey Graham is, and not to be, of course, confused with the graham cracker, which, on the other hand, is delicious, and I would never spit that out. But that's what I have to say about this motherfucker, this dumbass hoe. That's what I got to say.